Hey everyone, it's March 12th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with Christine Falling, a serial killer who murdered 5 children and 1 adult while working as a babysitter and housekeeper in the early 1980s. And that is her right up there. Born to a 65-year-old father and 16-year-old mother in a suburb of Tallahassee in 1963, Falling was known as a dull-witted child who showed joy in strangling cats to show her love or dropping them from lethal heights to test their 9 lives. With her mother facing constant money problems, she spent part of her childhood in orphanages and the rest bouncing around Florida between homes of various relatives and men who were involved with her mom. This included an 84-year-old man who was briefly her stepfather after another wonderful decision by her mother. As a means of escape, she married her 20-year-old stepbrother when she was a 14-year-old. After their divorce, just 6 weeks later, Falling became a hypochondriac, going to the hospital upwards of 50 times for non existent symptoms in the span of just 2 years. She soon found work as a babysitter, but found a new way of seeking attention, harming the children under her care and pretending to try to save them. Her murders began at the age of 17, when a 2-year-old girl she was babysitting was diagnosed as having encephalitis and died a few days later. An autopsy revealed that the girl actually died from blunt force trauma to the skull. Falling claimed the baby passed out and fell out of her crib, but at least one doctor didn't believe her and sent a note to the police to have her checked out, but the note was lost and the police didn't follow up. That mistake likely cost the lives of 5 more individuals. Soon, a 4-year-old stopped breathing in her care, and a 2-year-old died while napping in his crib, at which point Falling moved on to housekeeping. On her first day, her 77-year-old employer died in his kitchen, and a while later, her niece stopped breathing while in her arms. Much like Jessica Fletcher on Murder, She Wrote, people seem to end up dead wherever Falling went, and some speculated that perhaps she carried a horrible disease she passed on to her victims. The truth was not only much simpler, but much more sinister, and the police finally took notice after a 10-week-old child died while she was babysitting. Under questioning, she confessed to committing murders by smotheration, where she would cover their faces with a blanket while hearing voices in her head saying, "Kill the baby." She was convicted and given life in prison, with her first application for parole being rejected in 2017. Falling is eligible again in 2024, so you may be able to find some cheap childcare in a couple of years. If this was your birthday, I hope you had a great day. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Christine Falling, I have to say, happy birthday, you bastard.